Hello students, today we're going to be approaching and talking about Learning Target 1F, the circular flow of economic activity. So today's agenda is to discuss the circular flow and then to complete the circular flow assignment in Learning Targets 1F. We've looked at economic systems. We looked at the command system as well as the market system. A traditional system would be something like bartering, trading, direct trade. And then most economies are actually mixed with some aspects of a command economy or a market economy. Okay, so the goal for today is to understand the circular flow of economic activity, know the difference between goods and services, define what a market is, including a factor market and a product market, and illustrate and explain how the circular flow of goods and services creates wealth in society. So a good is a physical object produced for sale. It is economically useful and it satisfies a want. So as I look at my desk, I can see that I have a face mask, I have a bottle of hand lotion, I have a glass water bottle, I've got some cords plugged into my machine, and I have paper. Those are all consumer goods. They're intended for final use by individuals. On the other hand, the capital goods are those goods that are used to produce the goods or the services that I have. So a sewing machine, for example, was used to produce my face mask. A service is an activity done for us or by others. So people who do haircuts, who do plumbing, who are doctors, teachers, entertainers, etc., perform a service. Goods are tangible. You can touch them. Services are intangible. A market is an arrangement that brings together buyers and sellers to do business with each other. So it could be a physical location, and if you think of a place where you have received a good or a service, a buyer or seller, that could be a classroom, it could be a Target, it could be a farmer's market, it could be a mechanism such as eBay, StubHub, perhaps Amazon. And it could be a broader idea such as a product market or factor market. So a factor market is where productive resources are bought and sold. The product is where we sell goods and services, product market rather, where we sell goods and services to customers. So I'm going to go through this fairly quickly. I recommend that you pause the video to take notes and just to kind of let it soak in what I'm talking about here. So when we discuss the circular flow of economic activity, what this really shows us is the interconnection of households, factor markets, also known as resource markets, product markets, and businesses. I'm going to use my daughter as an example of how this circular flow of economic activity works. So I have a daughter. She sells her labor to a factor market. She works as a chemical engineer for a natural gas company. Because she has the education and the skills to work as a chemical engineer, she is able to sell her labor to that market, that factor market. So remember, this could be the sale of capital or of land. You could give land or rent land to a factor market, and entrepreneurs. From the natural gas company, a firm or a business buys the natural gas. This is going to heat the company, provide ovens if they need those, whatever natural gas can work on. So they buy the productive resources such that my daughter's natural gas company provides to run their firm or business. Now, then, they produce goods and services that they then send to the product market. And the product market is where businesses sell and households buy. So think of a supermarket. My daughter happens to buy groceries from Cub Foods. So my daughter receives goods and services from Cub Foods. Primarily, she receives goods, and that's food. So because of her work at the natural gas company, which helps the firm, which helps to get goods and services to the product market, the grocery store, my daughter has food to eat. Now, she spends money, so this outside line is going to be the line that reflects the flow of money. My daughter spends her money at the product market where she gets her food. The food goes to the larger business or the business overall, and this is called business income or revenue. So Cub Foods business gets the revenue for that. Now, they have to spend their money to pay for resources, and one of the resources they surely use is natural gas. And they pay for all of the other resources in the factor market that they are going to use. And then the factor market or the workplace gives income from the resources to the households. So my daughter's labor goes to the workplace, but in exchange she gets income from resources. So this outside line refers to the flow of money, and the inside line going clockwise refers to the flow of goods and services. So I would definitely read about this in your textbook, and then you're going to create your own circular flow of economic activity using your own example. Thank you for your time.